Finally, we finally got a connection. What's going on, fam? Another beautiful day in paradise. Shout out to the people who came by yesterday. I kind of forget I don't come on Saturdays anymore, so you guys got to forgive me. I change up my my approach every so often, but I've chosen not to come online on Saturdays anymore, just to have some free time and kind of off away, and I get a chance to watch other YouTubers like Kwame Brown and Skinny and them over there expose each other. This is the best time to just be free and just observe what's going on in the chat room. Perfect time to be free and observe. I was working on my channel, so y'all got to forgive how it looks kinda, but I'm just doing some things and I'm trying out some new things and I'm some new scenes and I'm having fun. So just forgive me, and just know the information that I've been bringing is one of a kind. Nobody's ever asked the question, where was the black people? You know what I'm saying? We in the future, we're like, oh, okay, we came from this, or slaves or something. Africa, okay, that's the easy way. But to actually pinpoint in time when the catastrophe could have happened, and most importantly, why it happened, is it's great. If these professors and things can get on YouTube and can study mud fossils and Tartaria, then I can study this. That's how I feel about it. What's up with you, Miss Forrest Glory? Jamie Lee in the building. What's up with you? I haven't seen you in a minute, but it's good to see you right now. Waterworld, what's up, my guy? Yes, Todd, what's up? Sabbath day anyway, that's right. Hey, B from Ohio, what's up, my guy? My guy. Yeah, Sabbath day anyway. So that's just my like switching up my lifestyle in honor of just something bigger than myself. You feel what I'm saying? I figure we lead by example, and the more we learn on a daily basis, the more we grow, and everything is good. Everything is good. I hope the information I've been bringing to y'all has been clicking, has been making you ask questions. I hope y'all watching Netflix and shit. I hope things is kind of making sense as you travel back in time. What's up with you, said? My guy, I guess we got work to do. We got work to do. I'm loving your Instagram posts. I'm reposting them on mine. I'm reposting your Instagrams on mine because what the hell? Now, makes perfect sense. Brian King, what's up with you? Chrissy Evans. Who is this? Cod, good to see you up in here. Who is this? Who else is in here? Let me see. Hey, call me Fly Eagle. What's up? Kim Hunter, good to see you. Good to see you, Mrs. Hunter. Nettie Flatbush, still around. Mrs. Flatbush, good to see you. Information is just growing and growing. It's easy for me now. We just ask basic questions. You know, I came online to ask a couple basic questions and to further the conversation dealing with how we fell, how we became Italians in World War I or II, and asking questions and that nobody else has asked. I mean, I don't know how we would just say Negro left America to fight in World War I under a different name. That's not flying with me any longer. My brain isn't connecting with that anymore. Now that I know we built up Liberia and North Africa, press 1. See, we've been close this whole time. That's why I'm just smooth cruising. We've been close this whole time. Boy, them North Africans. A boy said with me, them white North Africans, them free white people in North Africa. Press 1. I tell you what, them free white people that came in White Isle and Ellis Island, and them motherfuckers pulled a motherfucking racial rabbit hole trick on us so cold. Gave Chase Manhattan and debt bondage, just threw it on your neck, demolished you, and we just breaking down. Y'all know how the Hebrew Israelites say, we the people of Israel. Press 1 if you know what I'm talking about. They say the Negroes in America are the children of Israel. Well, the difference between me and them, now shout out to them others. They're my bros. They're my bros. What I'm saying is that I actually pinpointed where you at in Deuteronomy. I'm just not saying the curses in Deuteronomy is you. Kev Gills took it and said, not only is it you, but it all happened in this time span. Meaning, I'm proving Deuteronomy in history. And I didn't even have to go back but a few grandmas ago. Press 1. I didn't have to go back to the Assyrian Empire and stay lost in the land before time. Oh. To prove our people is the people. All you got to do is read Deuteronomy and you will see the whole layout on why your ass is enslaved. Or maybe I just need to teach it to you. What's today? Sunday? We're going to start having Bible school. Press 1. It's easy for me now. Now I see. That's where you at. Everything you supposed to do is right there in Deuteronomy. What you supposed to be eating, what you not supposed to eat, what type of meat, what type of fish, what type of bird, what you better not be worshiping, other gods. That's the big one. That's y'all problem. Press 1. I don't got you. You not gonna escape the curses that's placed on your ass. Press 1, for it will be for a sign and a wonder. Press 1. Kev Gill, and you got some nerve talking about reparation. You's a cursed. You ain't getting no reparations for no damn curse. Ever. Press 1. Ever. You gonna have your hand out to the communists for the rest of your life when God told you gotta work. Press 1. You can sit around and listen to Tariq Nasheed, the African Indian now. Press 1. That used to be African, but now indigenous to America. You can listen to Caremio, the Costa Rican Italian, Polish, Native American. You can listen to anybody, Dane Calloway, whatever. I told you something was German about him. Didn't I tell y'all, man? No, bro, that eagle. Press 1. Press 1. That eagle is the curse. I'm sorry to tell you. I told you. These people out here believing in their own philosophies out here. Don't got caught up. Don't made all this. You ever seen that dude that think he young Pharaoh? Well, he's the young Pharaoh clone, Rashad. I clicked on his video. This guy said there is 9 dimensions, 9 realms on Earth. 8 realms. And he was breaking them down inside of a house. I'm like, no, not the Palladians, the Archons. They live within the 3rd dimension that fades in and out. See, this one is different from the Palladians, which live on planet Orius. They just, I'm how did our people? And then they say the Bible was written by the white. Well, who y'all just making this up? I'm like, all this because you don't want to listen to God. He said he gave you to your own understanding. These fools out here like, yeah, and then the 9th dimension, on the 3rd realm of the Haruchu, they like aliens, but they only got one eye, and it just happened to be right here with their pineal gland. Press 1 that's full with calcium. Now they fucking genetically are calcium, so they are the smartest beings next to the Archryantans, who are like insect creatures. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is y'all talking about? The sisters be over there like, that's right. Press 1. I'm God. Press 1. I'm like, I'm going to church. Hell no, y'all did not put me out here to be out here like this. Hubby, you know, we know our community. They out here anything not to believe in God. I'm like, damn. If let's just say, let's take them on their word. If there are 8 different realms, there had to be a creator separating those realms anyway. So when you get down to the singularity of you guys' strong home argument, there is he that created it all. It's like it's crazy. I'm just gonna believe the word of God. I used to think all type of stuff. I used to think we all believed in the same God, but we don't. No, we do not. No, we don't. And I don't have no problem saying it. Y'all believe what y'all believe. I believe what I believe. I think y'all in a cult. Press 1. I think y'all in a cult. Like, what's his name? Nature Boy with Sidnetta. See, Nature Boy, he can scrabble on his eye, the number 3. This one, he got all the men bowing down and worshiping feet, and then the women all smell like natural musk. Press 1. These are cults. I'm tired of these weak ass clowns. I'm gonna care what you got a cult because I believe in God and other people do too. What's wrong with me? There's something wrong with something wrong with y'all. Y'all in the damn cult. Y'all trying to project. Y'all mad because I'm waking people up to your cultish behavior and your sin. Press 1. Like Santa Claus. I'm separating what's real. I'm giving the women an option. They like, wait a minute, I'm a prostitute. They like, well, baby, you don't pay me out. No, nigga, I'm spiritually a prostitute. Take down this. I'm tired of these moon worship items I got. Press 1. Throw this down. And when you take the women and turn them to God, the niggas is like, well, I gotta go to God too because I'm a punk. Press 1. And God hate punks. Press 1. He likes when you lead the fatherless back to him. God hate coward niggas. Cowards. I'm trying to tell you. Ain't no need. God don't even give you the spirit of cowardness. You scared. You scared, and you want me to be scared with you. I'm not going to be sitting here scared because you scared. I'm not going to be here not knowing where we come from because you don't want to know. Press 1. I'm trying to see, was we invaded by these people? And did they put did they just make up Germany? What the fuck? Is it all Russia? Because this boogeyman, Adolf Hitler, came out of nowhere with the extras. And you know what they said about Hitler? Press 1. When I say Adolf Hitler, these people, press 1, you stop it. I think it's a made up fiction. That's what I think. They don't kick me off of YouTube. I think he's part of the theater of war. Hell, they don't even know where he was buried or nothing. I just think it was a big flip somewhere. You know that fucking thing? I think the Rothschild, the Reichstag that was burned down in Germany, I think that was the first White House that burned down. I throw my mouse at you. I spent good money for this mouse. That's right, I said it. I said, I think that was y'all burning all the books, and the books was the Bibles. How the same thing happened over there and that made up shit happened over here with y'all? It's the same play. In fact, I'm like the smartest thinker out here and the most controversial one. In fact, Adolf Hitler got his white supremacist ideology from where? Guess. From the Americans. Could you believe that? He got his white supremacist genocidal thought process to execute 6 million Jewish people. Press 1. Over there. From these people over here that came from them over there. Now, this is for you to study tonight and come to class first thing in the morning. I'm the freestyling. I said, Hitler said I got it from them. Well, who are them? Oh, them the white people who came from over here. Yeah, they start treating y'all black people. So my thing is, if he got the idea, this is a trick question, because I already told y'all the answer with the watchtowers. Here's the kicker. Where, if he learned all of his white supremacist ideology, and he was here in America, from y'all, who the hell did y'all exterminate for him to think he can do 6 to 22 million people? If you did this, well, how he get the idea from you? And you're openly admitting that he got it from you. Who did you exterminate through genocide? Man, shit. You see, who did you exterminate that gave him the idea of this? They say Hitler said I got it from the way they was doing the Negroes in America, over across the sea. So these are the questions that I gotta ask y'all and get ready for a good week of information. I already brought to y'all American German POW concentration camps in America, thousands of them. Stop it. Stop. I said thousands of them. People dying all over the place. And you can't distinguish, because these damn entertainers, who is who and what is what. James Walker said, I never thought of that. Great. Now you just have. Who did you learn it from? I like my squeaky chair. It give me the old feeling of my old grandpa or some damn body. Who did they take these ideas from? We know the truth because we know they got it from themselves. And did propaganda on you in the early 1900s, mid-century, to condition our people into what is what. But the biggest Holocaust on earth, I keep telling y'all, happened right here in the Americas with the American Negro. But you can't put two and two together because you believe you came on a boat from Africa. No, you almost went extinct. Come over here from Africa. You almost went extinct. We built North Africa and Europe. We gave them their first freedoms in the world. They stole everything and said, we kings and queens. We organized Morocco, which is the longest standing corporation with North Africa. We did that. Ask them North Africans. But they don't want it. They don't want you to know the North Africans were Nazis. What? They betrayed us. Oh, Lord have mercy. We got their ass. I say them funny hat, Italian, German, Legion of the Nazi German fucking army, press one, fucking warlords. That's them. And they switched clothes with you. Established a corporation in our people's shit and stole our people's land right up under our nose while our men was at war. The Great War. And then they came over and rewrote history and put all their French history right here on the fucking walls and shit. Like they had a fucking Confederate army and the North was against that's a joint stock company. We proved that on Coffee and Kush TV Live. A North and a South. Shut up. They overthrew America in the late 1800s and started this immigration push for the world to come here in your name. In your name. So that's what we're going to be proving coming up. But I don't know if y'all know this, but I've been searching black Germans and black Nazis and black celebrities who are German. Oh my goodness. I'm going to let y'all do the research. But Martin Lawrence, I got Martin Lawrence on tape talking about, yeah, I came over here, did it the American way. No.
Not like this.
No.
Not like this.
No. They use little German to do what? Remember I showed y'all? Sounds about right. Remember I showed y'all the Vatican and all them bones but what did I show y'all specifically? What led me there was Emmett Till's father, who was in World War I, and he was a what? A hell fighter. And they switched, they took them off their own land and made them, I believe they made them Germans. And when they defeated the Germans, they defeated you. Listen to what I'm saying. Watch the double cross. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm making an announcement, damn it. Thank you, Todd. The damn tie. If it wasn't for the tie, I related the tie to the military uniforms at the time. You remember? Remember the brother called in of the military and said, wait a minute, those videos we watching, it's the right gear, wrong time. Right time, wrong gear. Y'all remember this? Traded in uniforms. Remember Sullivan? Great. And who was there? I put up one of the best pictures of this is what it's just what it is. One of the best pictures that we came across what could be it happening right before our eyes in a photo. I'm saying, how is King Leopold and them? How did they become under the French army and the French was taken over by the Nazis? So our people became like German over time? Press one. And these are the questions that we have to add. Because if we want to talk about white supremacy, we got to talk about blackface. We got to talk about black supremacy. We got to talk about those who are here to carry the propaganda as you and make you look like a fool and denounce yourself. Black, 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 black. I don't want to know nothing else. I'm black and that's all. I'm nothing. Because if you black, they're white. They North African. Have you ever looked up the etymology? The Black's Law Dictionary on black and white? Press 1. See, I don't even got to do nothing to them. Let me take this off. Before we start this beautiful, beautiful week, have you ever looked at the Black's Law Dictionary on black and white? What you are legally. Your ass is a product that don't even exist, but do exist under some damn servitude. And what is white? Anybody know what white is? Sometimes you can't do nothing but smoke a joint. Do anybody know what white is? Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Y'all missing the whole point. No. There's some free white people from North Africa. Yeah, you're right. But you're missing it. White people in America is North Africans, a.k.a. East, West, North European. East Indian, Caucasian, that type of stuff. Witch, demon, no, you're going too far. This ain't that type of class. Sorry, Sullivan, I'm going to put you on timeout. I ask real questions over here, not anti-white or nothing like that. I'm asking real questions. Sit you down for a minute because you're getting carried away thinking we all on the same level. A lot of these people, my friend, is in my Discord. They on my Patreon. They supporters here. You know, who are you? Let me know who you are. you know. And we got to start asking the right questions, y'all. What are these terms we're using? Who is white? And where do white people come from? Did I tell you, you built North Africa? You gave them freedom in the East? You was volunteering. Do you know that? You was part of the corps that's dealing with civics, civil duties by way of the church. But with a corrupt church comes that's crazy to even think about. That's crazy to even think about. Were the people who were defeated in World War I and World War II you? You've been in bondage. You've been in bondage for a minute now. You notice who took your land. All you got to do is rewind the time and say, well, who ended up with the land? Well, the banks. What banks? J.P. Morgan and them. Okay. Can they legally own things themselves? No. They created fictional characters to own your shit. The fictional characters that they created is you. Is your name. Yeah, Todd said it best. Kodak Black has said, I'm Kodak Black, but when you see me, I'm white. A lot of these people are Germanic. And I know y'all in y'all brain Zoe, and this one, oh, that's Haiti. I don't know where they from. I don't know where they from. What I do know is there's a lot of Afro-German actors that we just perceive as just, oh, that's just an African actor, or, oh, that guy right there, oh, that's just, oh, he looked like an Islander guy. No, a lot of these dudes are French and German, and fathers and great-grandfathers were Nazis. Who knew? When I heard Slim 400 say, oh, I'm not American, I'm actually German, I came over here and I'm like, no. No. Because it's the features, you can begin to see it. You feel what I'm saying? So I think we have black Europeans who have aligned themselves with the white supremacist mindset and steamboat to overthrow people who are here, who were here prosperous at the time, the greats of the past, 1800s, 1700s. I'm not going all the way to the 1500s and all that other stuff. Don't have to. Let's deal with this first at hand, and we see if you even got to go back that far. Will Smith real name is whatever. I don't know. A lot of these people are Germanic. A lot of these people are French. Usher hinted at this. What I want to say, there's nothing wrong with that. Love our people everywhere. What I'm saying is that the entertainers being used are foreigners to give us the perception that we're all black and to fight for black propagandist communist ideas, which is ran by who? None other than George Soros and his banker and land property friends. Idris Elba. He's British. What I'm saying is not just British, I mean German. Yeah, the propaganda used. We seen black British. We don't really think about black Germans. So I don't want to get into who's a foreigner or who's from Britain or nothing. I want to stay right with the German aspect being used, because this is the faction that hip hop comes from. Even Jay-Z is what? Where is he from? Where is he from? Where Jay from? German? Martin Lawrence. You looking at these characters and you're identifying them as you and so forth. But a lot of these people may be illegals of illegals. German and old Frenchmen. Who knows? Who knows? But to think, okay, there were German POW camps in America, concentration camps. All these nations are united in humanitarian efforts of the Red Cross, aka the Red Shield, aka Rothschild. This is an army within itself when you think about it. All you need is a catastrophe to happen in the middle of a war, in the middle of fucking war, and fucking just throw up a red flag on the side that say, nigga, rock that shield, you better not shoot this. I don't care what side y'all on. Press want to have an American, have the ones fighting in the truck. These people on the outside fighting each other, all of them as friends, and the goddamn medic. Why they be hard? I don't understand the question. Jay-Z, German. Exactly what I'm saying. So I want people to get used to knowing, and it's okay. Again, this is not an anti-Afro-German movement or nothing stupid. What I'm saying is, given the time, given the propaganda we were given about what happened in the past, these questions make you wonder. I've always asked the question, where was black people during the Holocaust? You know what I'm saying? And now that I know Hitler got the blueprint from us, these folk, what really happened in Germany with black people, Afro-German? You know what I'm saying? Like, who switched roles? Who's the real Jew? Who was the real one that this happened to? And now that I'm thinking, like, wait a minute, we lost everything. I mean, they didn't have anything. I mean, we lost the land of milk and honey. We lost the whole northern continent. Our ancestors are the owners of the land. Now, I ain't talking about wanderers with Indian feathers walking around for a home. I'm talking about real landlords with deeds on the land. You the only people. Them Jews didn't have none of that stuff before they... Listen to me. What I'm saying is, you was robbed big time. Big time. I'm just trying to see who came back on them boats dressed in American gear. Remember, I kept asking, where was the American flag pre-World War One? Other than those pictures. Let's not worry about Confederacy and all those time immemorial shit. Let's think what we got with the pictures of World War One and two. Like, where's the American flags? Not the movies, in real life. Like, where's the... Like I said, I didn't see an American flag until the Hellfighters came back. I was like, that's weird. They left with this flag and they came back with an American flag. A red, white, and blue. Now, that's cool because we used that, but I'm saying I didn't see it. I'm like, where is this damn American flag? I see all the other ones. And so I'm getting used to seeing what flags were. Like, I found out that the German flag was the holy the holy empire at the time. Press one. That's their flag with the two eagles with the slit with the eagle or the phoenix, the double phoenix. I thought that was just a Germanic flag, but now I know before it was the Germanic flag, the Germany flag, it was the worldwide flag, damn near, because the church is worldwide, you know. And I think the church flag now is his own, and Swiss, I don't know, Italy is weird. It's a different place. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the family. So I got to ask the questions. I got to ask all the questions that people don't want to ask. I got to really do the research and find the concentration camps, in which we did. In which we did find the POW. We also, if you do the Google search, I'm giving you all the answers right now, all the tips. You can just Google Adolf Hitler dams in America. I don't think it was Adolf Hitler dams. I think it was Germanic dams, just like there is a Germany here in America, just like everything that's named on the outside of America, like Sicily, Italy, this one and that one, all those is here in America. And being sectioned off in my own community my whole life, South Central, God bless you, I'm realizing that the world is so big yet so small. And I've ran across a YouTube page who even said, this white guy, he even said, man, I think they built Africa, not Africa, Europe, Northern Africa, and tried to build it like it's America, because here he was showing geographical created land masses. They were trying to make it look like Florida or something in this. So it's right down my alley. And them playing mind games with the names of these places. Again, I told you, Egypt, as you know it, the land of bondage, Egypt, but that was here in America. That's what I told you. And if Egypt is here, then it's all here. That's what I said. And look where we are. Look how far we come. Egypt is in America. Pyramids and all that. All you got to do is look, pay attention, get out of that small dome and go travel somewhere. Egypt is in America. So it just had me rethinking the Bible. It had me rethinking. I'm like, dang, Egypt was in America, then Moses was in America, then this was in America, then that was it. Oh, snap. And it just became like a fruitful tree in my mind. You know? Now, I got truck drivers who actually taking photos of little Germany or Germany and German roads in America. In America. We also discovered a destroyed America in the early 1900s, pre-Reconstruction. So we already know if there was a Reconstruction, it had to be a deconstruction, and what that looked like may not have looked so good. It may just be my head is right at the fucking flat earth. It's at the edge of the world right now, and I'm about to stick my head out, right? It just may be your captivity. It just may be. Everybody say, what happened to them? We got them to curse themselves. Yeah, they start believing in worldly gods, and the God they believe in, the one we all know that they lost it all. Come on, let's go take our portion, because maybe it's already written. Press 1. Maybe it's already written. We just ain't looked hard enough. We just ain't seeked. I'm right there. I'm like, is it like, really? Yeah. And that's what I do. I'm proving God's word. That's the most powerful thing you can do. Prove God's word in history to his people and let them know, look, God told you just like this. Boom, 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 boom. We prove it. We're going to prove it all the way backwards. The Hebrew Israelites know the curses of Deuteronomy. They know that's us. They just don't. It just haven't clicked as a unit yet. Once it does, it's a wrap. Where's one? They know. They about to. I'm doing this smoking a blunt. Easy work. I'm doing this smoking freestyling. Because we got to get to the truth. I think Japan, I think they was all with the Nazis. Press one. Look, let me show y'all something. Can I show y'all what before class? Because I'll be giving my shit away, but to those, most people don't be paying attention. Hopefully somebody be paying attention. Check this out. This is all the these are pictures. This is Adolf Hitler stuff, right? He had army look like them. Them the ones that Caremio be putting up talking about they Native Americans. See how they got their portion? They got their portion. They came over here and said they was Native Americans. I'm proving it, right? Caremio can't say, nigga, this is the 1900s, Caremio. Don't put nobody with feathers and Indian heads on nothing like it's the 1500s or something. You feel me, y'all? I just want y'all to know I'm studying, and I want y'all to study. I'm not getting frustrated with y'all. The people who fall off, they're going to fall off. Everybody surprised me. They fall off, come back, stay on. They be hiding in the back, ain't said they was here. So what? I don't care no more. Look, family. So helmets, military gear, and local, who they are. Look. The Blue Division, the Walloons, the Vikings. Y'all be thinking of what? The Vikings? They got the Vikings in. All right then, keep playing. That's the German. Nordic Superman. Press one. Remember I told you about propaganda? Viking volunteers took part in the German invasion of the Soviet Union in 1941. Let's see, family, y'all quit playing with me. They said, look, these the Vikings. They said it was the SS. These the Vikings, bro. These is John. Yo, when you get to America, sir, your name gonna be Jonathan. Your boy's gonna be paid for every. You see that young man with his head slouched over, a little scared that the colonel finna talk to him next. Your name gonna be Christopher. When we get there, man, these helmets, y'all can't let these helmets with these motherfucking stickers or whatever it's on the side. Y'all just gotta open your mind to this shit. Like, damn, what really happened in the past? You know what's this? Soldiers of the French SS unit. Hey, this the French SS. We went and fought for. Let me see my face. Didn't we go fight for the French? Didn't the Hellfighters go fight for the French? Well, guess who the French was fighting for? That was SS. Press one. They SS. Nah, y'all tripping. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my? Do you understand what I'm saying here? See, it ain't too long. I'm telling you, you got to do the work. We got to wake up from this fantasy of entertainment and know what happened to us. I'm trying to tell you something. People, we walked this far, might as well. We out there now. I never thought about black Nazis or nothing. But I always thought, why is this character of Hollywood? Why is this template of a character in my face? But now that I'm looking at these black Germans, I'm seeing them back in 19 whatever. And I'm like, that look like Floyd Mayweather. No fucking way. Oh, fuck no. Press one. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. We got like black Europeans, or how does it work? But it's just crazy to think. It's not crazy to think because you got to push your mind. You know, that's what I don't have a problem with, pushing the mind and making it think. Use it. You know what I'm saying? We on earth for a limited amount of time. Why not use our mind? It's French, and we went and fought for the French. Hitler's foreign legions, 9 non-German units that fought for the Nazis in World War II. Look, what's this? What happened to black people in Nazis, in Naziville? Didn't the Hellfighters have these coats on? Wasn't they wearing these coats? Press 1. Don't make me pull my pictures out in the morning. Huh? Look. Look, during Nazi period, it is told that there were a few thousand Afro-German living in the country, most notably children of French African soldiers who had been stationed on occupying forces of the Rhine River of Germany. Okay, let's go down. Okay. Okay, whatever. See, I'll be trying to find out as much as I can about what was going on with the propaganda back then concerning how did black Germans fare under the Nazi regime. So you telling me they made it and 21 million Jewish people didn't? But they got their idea from the people here in America who was formulating white supremacist ideology, who blamed Hitler for their ideology. They said, we got it from Hitler. Hitler said, I got it from y'all. Now, who do I believe? I believe both of them. I believe that they got them from each other. They the same people. The white Southerners who was burning crosses and running Ku Klux Klan came from Germany and Russia and Ukraine. Speaking of Ukraine, they just told black soldiers and volunteers, you might gonna get some feedback from the civilians. They may say the N-word. Don't worry about it. That's what you dealing with neo-Nazism in Ukraine. They trying to play rap music to make it be cool for black people to go. Don't you leave. Don't you do nothing. Don't you bust a move. They trying to recruit your ass when you can go to Ukraine. They finna start giving out Cadillac Escalades with rims on it. Give it a minute. They want you in Ukraine. I'll get on my Instagram this morning. It's 4 Ukrainians in a car listening to Fat Joe. Soldiers. I said, this motherfucker's trying to entice us. They had us so brainwashed, they will lead your ass off the cliff with music, with entertainers, with music. So I ask questions. I ask the questions people may or may not like, but it's suitable to my heart that I ask these questions. I'm always going to ask these questions, because I got to know, how did we end up, how did Nazis and black people relate, and how they lied and said there was no, he didn't like them either, but he had black soldiers. So somebody's lying, and I'm here to say all of you lying, yet all of you is telling the truth. He did do it, and you did it too. I think the Russians and the German is the same thing. And what I mean by that is, if you go to Russia and Germany, it's the same thing. And I think they Muslim. Are they Muslim? The same thing. They Muslim and then said they Jews. Hitler said, you not finna sit up here and call yourself something that you not. We already know who the... That's what Hitler was tripping on them. What the hell y'all trying to be something that y'all not? Debate me. And they know I'm telling the truth. Why? Why y'all sit up here? You is. No, y'all not. This ain't deep. This. Shout out to IVS. And the cool thing about it is, I have never really looked on the map to see where Switzerland and the Vatican and all of this stuff is. If it's they can't be extradited back to the U.S. I don't know, but that's what I heard. I heard that Switzerland, there's no extradition, so they can just steal and do what they gonna do and launder and do what they gonna do, you know. But I start remembering these poses. Check these poses out. You got to remember, it wasn't just that little Nazi pose. It was this one. Remember we seen those black folk? This flag right there. Look, man. You can't distinguish who is who. A Swiss, a Dutch. That look like Rothschild up there to the left with his face. That's a damn dragon. That look like Hitler all the way to the right. These look like, see? It looked like two different Americas happened in the early 1900s. Well, there was this propaganda of this character, but the real shit that was going on was straight Russian and USSR and German alliance. Remember I said, how the hell was y'all at war? See, this what they gave away. This what they fucked up. Listen, how was your dumb ass at World War when y'all was having world fairs right here in America? I think y'all was having world wars right here in America, bombing my people. That's what I think. That's what God woke my spirit up to think. I think that y'all used propaganda to film and made it look like this was going on way over there, and to explain and overlook the horror that y'all did to black people before Reconstruction, early 1900. Because 1886, we found out about Wilmington, asshole. Press one. They some assholes, and we fighting artificial intelligence with real knowledge. The artificial intelligence is like, what the fuck is happening? We never heard this before. Yeah, they all went into riots. I don't think those was riots. I think that's when they went in there slaughtering from different nations under humanitarian purposes. Press one. Yeah, and then they start passing laws in the early 1900s to rob black people off their land with big land grabs and manifest destiny. Pokemon, Pikachu, I choose you. But what? Facts. I don't want to hear nothing about 1500. Keep me right here. Ain't that right, Lack or Black? Keep us right here, these land patents and things, and who owned them, and how the major floods came, and who is Napoleon, and how the hell did they purchase this big amount of land where all the floods just happened to be happening at for a little bit of change. Must have did something strange. Press one. For a little bit of change. And then people say, Kev, how was Napoleon in Egypt in America at the same time? Ask them. I know Egypt is here. I know he was here. He sold something here. Ain't shit over there that say he did nothing. He sold. There's a purchase deed here. Press one. Thieving ass. And sold it to the French. And who are the French? Let me press one. So do you want to reconstruct history with Kev Wrote? Join my Patreon. Because my chat, I tell y'all, your boy Kev needs the support. I'm buying new cameras. I'm setting up different. This shit is fun as hell.
Unknown caller.
Y'all gotta know, to do what you love and break down history this way is the best thing I ever been a part of. I thank you for coming to class. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
Hey, what's going on, Kev? This is Chris from Iowa.
What's up,
Shane
man?
Carpenter in the chat, brother.
Blessings to you.
Hey,
What type of knowledge you got today, bro?
Man, I just wanted to bring something up, and forgive me if I haven't studied enough on it because I'm in the process of doing research on it more. So I was watching Forensic Files a few weeks ago, and there was a story on this guy named... Man, I watch it all the time, man. Me and my wife are just up watching it all night, man. We're not watching you. We're watching Forensic Files.
Fucking, you wake up in the middle of the day, take a night, and take a piss. The shit is on fucking 3, 4, yeah. And Carl murdered. Carl, they found the weapon under the car seat. Motherfucking 28 years later, go ahead.
Off of DNA evidence that they just now was able to create because they didn't have the evidence 10 years ago and shit. Motherfuckers working at a Burger King. Didn't realize it.
It's 89 years old, nicest man in the world to work at Walmart. A fucking murderer, huh? That's how you going.
Like the old, like they be giving the old Nazi guards after 50 years. 60 years.
Got the nicest man. He live in an all black community. Look at this guy. Oh my goodness. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So you probably see this. They ran a story on this guy named, I think his name was Mark Hoffman. And he was out in Utah, and he apparently had the oldest document in America. I guess it came from England, and it was called the Oath of the Freedmen. Mm-hmm. So I did a little research on it. I've read the charter or whatever, but I'm wondering if this is not the oath of our King George that maybe they established over here before the subversion and the writing of whatever new that they written. So I don't know.
It just came in my heart before you said it. I'll say this guy is about to say something great, and here you are. Yep. And what's it called again?
It's called the Oath of the Freedmen. The Oath of the Freedmen. And what they did was they tried to say that the document was fake, and they basically tried to say that this guy was forging the document. And they gave him a whole lot of years. But I just think there's something about that because all of what you've taught us, and then I just stumbled upon that while I was watching it, and I was like, was that maybe a charter? Because it talks about our Lord in the charter. And I'm thinking, was that maybe something that we had established over here from the other side that would give us kind of the order over here to kind of operate before they did the subversion? So,
in order for the subversion, it had to be here first. So I would think Virginia, I would think all of these places named after King George and Queen Charlotte and royalty being here and it being stolen, like the Ark of the Covenant. And it's like the bloodline.
They also mentioned have you heard of something called the Massachusetts Bay Company?
No.
Okay, because around that same time, that is a company that I think is spoken about before the formation of the Virginia and the Plymouth companies. So it's kind of tied in with that Oath of the Freedmen. So I apologize, I haven't done enough research to really go in.
I love that you even brought it up.
Absolutely, man. So, hey, I'm going to sit back down. Thank you for coming on Sunday, man, because you never really come on Sunday, right? So this is a treat.
I so didn't want to, but I said, people been waiting on me since. Let me get on here.
Man.
Thank you, Chuck.
Hey, we love you, Kev. Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
My man, I love that. He made me feel good. Make sure y'all research what he says so you can bring that to class. If don't let me do it first, it's going to make me look super, super duper smart. I want y'all to do it. Y'all take heed to what he just said and bring it back to class or drop it on Discord. Put it in the information tunnel or somewhere where we don't forget that. We don't forget that. Coffee and Kush, 424-209-9506. Yeah, but that getting to me, this is why I named these series The Real Truman Show. Did I know it was going to be this? Well, kind of. Once I start realizing the game, the strings, the pullers of the strings, it's like, whoa, this shit is really like the Truman Show. aka slash the Matrix. Press 1 slash Judgment Day slash. This is like, what? You know, we're not supposed to think contrary to what the pumping of the propaganda is. And it's been smooth ever since this is a huge wrench. Hey, wait a minute. Questions about this whole Nazi thing, this German thing. You know, so you guys are at war there murdering people, but here having fun. So American young boys and men and able bodies are there in North Africa this whole time helping and becoming part of y'all here having a blast. And what y'all using these fairs for? These better not be military recruitment. Oh my goodness. See, these types of questions that come are now open and on the line. If they can sit up here and say it's giants in the mountains, if this white man can get up here and say, I believe that mountain over there is a giant and this is his penis, or that's a vagina, then I can do this. Because I sit there and watch that man. Press 1. I watch mud fossils and all type of shit. Like, how the hell does that make sense? But it makes sense. It all proves scripture. I'm just like, dang. Go ahead then. Go ahead, white man. Prove that that's a giant thing. You say, this white man said, these are the tendons. This is blood dripping down. This is this. I'm like, oh shit. Remember the tree? Remember the big tree? Hale's tree. Something. We'll get to it. It looks like a huge tree stump some one of these states. We'll get to it. You know, giant type of shit. You know? Let them prove it. I ain't got nothing to say. Let them prove it. Just don't tell me I'm black and I come from Africa. Press. let me work this out. Just don't tell me I'm black and I come from Africa, bro. Y'all can flat earth and y'all do whatever y'all want to. I'm cool, but I'm enjoying it because I'm really finding interest in, you know, who we are as a whole, as Afro multicultural people. And when our kingdom fell, a lot of our people wasn't able to get back. A lot of people birth records was lost. I don't think there's no difference in the Afro Germans and American Negro or the Russian German, the Russian black man. But we ain't never seen you. Press 1. But that's the thing about it. We got to know what the fuck is fuck and what happened to us as a collective, who took part, so we can find out what comes of it, you know, and not be so lost with a huge 100 years, 200 years of history missing. I mean, it's the 21st century or the 20th century, and it's the 1900s. It's the 18th century, but it's the 1900s. It's the 17th. There's a fucking huge 100 years missing there, you know? And I think that 50 to 100 years had to deal with the reconstruction and the building up period after the mass overthrow of Negro land, I'm gonna call it. No, the sovereign land of the free people, God's holy people. You know what I'm saying? Where the world think you just got it made, and you do, because God blesses us and well when we was adhering to His laws and stuff like that. But you know, we start worshiping moons and suns like the Egyptian. We went into bondage again. We start worshiping many things, and that's what I'm gonna be talking about tomorrow. The things that I'm not just gonna say we fail and who's to blame. I'm gonna prove to you that God said you failed because of this, and this history and what I'm proving lines up with what He said He done. I'm gonna take Him up on His word. Just me. I didn't know that's what I was doing, but I'm just proving history And in that,
Unknown caller.
proving that God has been with us and been whooping our ass until we turn. We gonna have to stand up. I'm trying to tell you, they tripping. They think I'll be smoking and this one and that one, and I'm playing around. I'm not playing. I'm trying to tell you. Coffee and Kush TV, you're on the air.
What up, G? Said.
What up, Sid? Talk to me for a minute.
Yo, have you heard about I sent you a message about it yesterday, but did you see the message I sent you about the 45th Infantry?
Not yet. What about it? I'm interested.
They were American military regiment, but they used the Nazi eagle. They were actually a American Nazi unit that marched into France.
When was this?
I sent you a text message.
A text message?
Yeah, bro. I was so excited. I just had to send it to you, bro,
Lord
just to get it off my head.
Lord have mercy. I'm interested. That's you. Oh,
they were.
Oh Lord. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
they were supposedly American Indians.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Yeah,
so
bro.
tell me about them. Tell me. Oh my goodness. So tell me about this. This is why I like my class, because like this.
They were infantry that was started in 1923 through 1968. The nickname was the Thunderbird Unit. So they taught these guys out of Oklahoma how to shoot, how to march in formation, all this different type of stuff. But they so-called were the best regiment in American history. So I keep digging why the 45th Infantry was a black unit first, a colored unit. And it was 1864 through 65. They were a colored regiment that fought in the Civil War, so-called.
So
that was that was pre-Dawes Roll. Yeah, that was pre-Dawes Roll. It seems like the Germans came from every side. So they marched these guys straight into it wasn't only Nazi too. Let me fix that. It was a mixed unit, because I found a video and they had colored people in the unit too. They marched them guys straight into a concentration camp.
What you mean they marched them?
Crazy.
What you mean?
They went to Sicily and they went to. They said they were the only people to ever conquer Mount Viso or something like that. Mm-hmm. But they went straight into a concentration camp. They were, I guess they so-called broke it up. I guess they broke the concentration up, the camp up from the Germans. But as I'm seeing it, bro, it looks like they pulled like our colored units, and they had them fight for France, who was allied to Germany. And once they got them over there, the Germans flipped on them.
Yeah.
So it was Americans shooting at the Germans. The colored Americans, the so-called hellfighters and people like that. Yeah. It seemed like they set them up, and they were coming, like they had their own American unit shooting at them at some point, because they switched the uniforms up.
And they didn't know who was who. Couldn't have known.
I sent you a picture when they had all the pins from the different regiments the different infantries that made up the regiment. It was red shields. There were Indian heads. They had one that had the same serpent as the hellfighters. Took a couple notes, but that's really the gist of it, because I was trying to find more. I can't really find too much on it. The commander said that they were born at sea, baptized in blood.
There you go. They was in the Navy. Because they was born at sea. It's just like a birth certificate. It's a parable. Baptized in blood. And then look, I told you, a lot of these soldiers' bodies is still in the Vatican.
Yeah.
Remember?
So I found a picture of the North African unit. They had the same uniforms on as the Hellfighters.
Of course. I believe that's what they put the Hellfighters in. And again, a lot of the people was go over there. A lot of the Hellfighters were musicians.
Right. Because once you put them in the uniform, you can't tell them apart.
Yeah, but it was like a lot of them was going over there to be of some service, rather, and more of morale and civics, rather than war, and ended up in a terrible situation. Yeah. Yeah, because even when I was studying the Hellfighters, they had clarinets, and they were a army unit of not just men. Of course, you go through training and stuff, but I mean, they were musicians, and a lot of our brothers, most of our people were musicians and just things of that nature. Look at us now; everybody a rapper. Just ain't back then. I'm gonna be a jazz player. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be a saxophone player, just like this one. It was the same stuff.
Yeah, it's in our blood.
Yeah. You know, it's something that we, what they was called the Harlem Hellfighters, right? But those are the ones who was baptized at sea. You know why? Didn't we talk about the sinking of the ship?
Yep.
That's called a baptism.
I know that stuck out to me for a reason. I was like, that sounds so evil.
I didn't think about the French being in fucking Nazis, bro. Then it clicked like
they said that the French were allied with the Germans at one point.
Germany took France. It was all the same. Yeah. Again, it's all by way of the Roman Catholic Church. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I'm thinking with those with the 45th Infantry, those were the $5 Indians.
I don't know, but I do know the Pope ended up with all the land in America. I know these people over there in Switzerland ended up with all the birth certificates. I know they ended up with who ended up with the work. You know, who owns what?
The Swiss bank is a holding company, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So if they holding your shit, your trust, and all of these things, at any time you can say, wait a minute. You know?
Who other than the Vatican would have jurisdiction over Switzerland? That's why they put all their money over there.
Yeah, because y'all all remember the church, give it to me, I'll hold it, just in case y'all all go to war with each other. It's the only where it's safe, and we ain't got to worry about this one and that one. And y'all ain't finna fuck this up. So, you get that. You know, the plan was to get you out of position. I learned that in that movie, The Kingsman. You know, the plan was to get American Negroes out of position to steal their land to get to the resources under the land, which is the blessings of the Lord. It's yours. It's literally when you come back to God. This is why they keep you spiritually off balance. God put them over you. He said right there in Deuteronomy is written, why, if you don't do this and this and this and this, this is what he gonna do. And he did it. What I'm saying is, everything I've been saying about what this is, it's already written in the word. Already written. He already said it. I was just reading it yesterday. I was listening to it this morning. I'm just astonished at what Deuteronomy is saying. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really a person. It's a beastly mentality. It's a beastly thought process that lies in man itself. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
truth defeats all that. You know what I'm saying? It defeats
We
all
couldn't have redemption if we didn't fall.
You couldn't have redemption. Yeah, if God didn't knock you down, you couldn't be redeemed, and only He can redeem you.
Right.
You can't redeem yourself. The nation of the world is against you. You don't bow down to all they gods and curse you, your kids, your music. Everything you do is cursed. You put your headphones on, you curse. You go out in the street, you curse. You walk up and down the street all day chewing bubblegum, curse. Thinking about, hey, man, what you about to do? Some curse shit. That's what I'm about to do. But your activity is cursed. Everything a nigga do is cursed and fucked up. And then wonder when he lump up, when he's so cursed, he hit his head. He say, God, why you do this to me? You know? Yeah, niggas curse theyself. Look out, grown ass niggas enticed by like childish ass shoot 'em up rap music. You know what I'm saying? Like how that's cursed. Like you gonna take some more lives and drill them, and how much worse could you say you gonna hurt somebody? You know, when you being judged on what you can do for somebody. I mean, you just cursing yourself. You enticed by that shit. Niggas is out here. You're not trying to seek knowledge and wisdom. They like moon worshiping, sun worship. I am God. Will be that. Pay your rent though, or I am God. Gotta move.
That's fact.
Yeah.
That's fact.
So, studying this stuff, man, is the best thing we can do. Is wake up and make sure people are aware to. And ask questions about, where did this Nazi propaganda? Listen, because the swastika comes from East Asia and Asia.
Yeah.
And Hindus.
Yep. And the black sun.
And destruction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's all
what was you talking about? The Hegelian dialect? Talk to me about
the Hegelian dialect.
Talk to me. I ain't even looked at that now one time because I got to free my mind a little bit. But could you tell me a little bit about that?
It's controlled opposition. So we can control. We have A. We control A. We control B. To get the outcome C that we want. We can push the tide in whatever direction we want to because we control both sides of the fight. So they have somebody like they have the antagonist, and then you have the hero. So they set themselves up as the hero and the villain. And they can get the outcome they want, and they could sway society in whatever direction they want.
Is that the type of propaganda that these people use, that's being used against us?
Yeah.
That makes us think they're against each other, but they really, they may appear in opposition, but both arriving to the same damn conclusion, which means they are together. Go ahead. It's the double speech per se.
Yeah. Like they say, it's two wings of the same bird.
Or in the scriptures say a language you know not, because it's snake talk.
Right.
Go ahead.
So what them saying is the two wings of the same bird, the two wings flap to get to feed the lamb where they wanted to. It's just that. It's controlled outcome.
It's written.
They make it seem it's such a fight, but they already know where they want to go with it.
Right. Controlled opposition.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
It's like having the Ku Klux Klan and having the Civil Rights Movement.
That's what I said. Fight each other.
It's the same thing.
Like Black Lives Matter and Antifa don't clicked up and made the LGBTQ whatever, free whatever, hate the government movement and just do something. Like how did it go from black people to all? Well, Antifa and Black Lives Matter is both owned by George Soros. He believes in the what you call that, the heliogistic model.
Yeah. Yeah.
he believes in what
It's
you
a German. It's a German ideology.
Are they? It's a German ideology.
Yeah.
How you know? I just don't want to put that on Germany. How you know?
It's the guy Hegel. He was a German. He made the whole the dialectic.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
He was a German man.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Right.
So the Nazis,
they got enough on their plate.
So the Nazis, it's not even really about the swastika. It's the people who was in the damn suits.
Yeah.
And they believed this. Now these people later dressed themselves up and said they was Jews.
Yep. They had multiple different types of clothes they wore, from what I could see now.
They wear different clothes, a snake in many different clothes, like the dream I had.
Yeah. They wore feathers. They wore the little beanie hats. They wore suits and ties.
Yeah. They get dressed up real good, propaganda costume. They real good with that. And prosthetics.
Yeah. I sent you a picture with a Indian man with the swastikas all over.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that because I wanted to talk about Corremio tomorrow, and it's gonna fit right in with him.
That's his big brother.
Give the people a reason to come to class and keep it funny, but yeah. So remember we were talking about how propaganda was being used, and I think they were reversing the time on the camera. So we actually got World War I first. World War II first, and got World War II second, or some type of reverse propaganda that made us think. And that's what I'm saying. How did these black people end up with swastikas? And we know right now that was the bad people, unless there was some form of manipulated propaganda used through cinema that manipulated the time. And I'm not talking about traveling back in time. I'm talking about, what do you say?
He said that the media will make you hate the Germans at one point and then turn around and make you love the Germans. It's all media propaganda.
Oh, so from part one, what he meant by that was in World War I, you was for the German, and World War II, you were against it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what media do. They flip all type of shit. Right.
Yep. He said that himself.
So
I posted it on my Instagram.
Okay. If y'all not subscribed, I'm gonna start linking your Instagram page too, so yours can grow concerning this information, because I love the stuff that you posted, bro. I can't believe the pictures. I can't believe the pictures that I'm finding out with black people with swastikas and stuff like that. Because all I know in America is white man, swastika, KKK. They got it from Hitler. That's all we know. We don't know that when they leave America, they all friends. They all friends. That we didn't know that the world fairs, they was having fun over here and transporting all the babies, the babies over here and put them on trains. We didn't know they was doing that because we thought they was at war. They said they was at war fighting each other.
I got a picture with a group of look like North Africans, and they holding up big signs with swastikas on.
Oh yeah, I seen that. That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Yeah, fezzes and everything.
How was Adolf Hitler here? We just got to start asking. I think we were right on when we start really observing that cinema with those fake airplanes, the storylines, what they were doing at the World's Fair, what type of propaganda. We found the loop. Once we found them looping the film, my channel got deleted.
Yeah.
That's all she wrote. Get your ass out of here.
Oh, with the moving
sidewalk.
Yeah.
And then you find out this is what they were doing in Hollywood. It's like, oh shit. So as an Afro-American, who knows, not who thinks, who knows his people was here and they own things and it was a big industrial place before they even got here. I know it's more to the story, and that reconstruction, that deconstruction and reconstruction period is the time zone. I'm also noticing said that Photoshop was alive and well back then.
Yeah. I don't think it's especially cool because the way they show it too with the color pictures and all of that, it has to be Photoshop around.
Yeah.
Some pictures in black and white, and then some pictures in color, but color was invented way before.
Right. Like
and they still use in black and white.
Right.
Yeah.
And they acting like they struggling like the film is. And it's like, okay. We have to, as a people, learn cinema. So we got to teach it. We got to know. That's why I said we got to have more movie nights where we actually observe cinema. You know what I'm saying? We observe these things to relate back to class, and we just have more interaction. And I got to force the people.
I can't even help but see it now.
Yeah.
I could see it clear as day sometimes. I'm like, oh, that's fake. That's not even real.
Right.
That's not even close to real.
Right. But do you know now that the Geronimo and the Cowboys, the Indian story, that was all made up by these people?
Yep.
They was wearing many clothes.
Yep. Most of it came through World Fair.
Which Hollywood propped up as the official history on what happened. But we turned out it was World Fair.
Yeah. When with the diplomas they would give to people, that's what solidified it. If you want to get a diploma, you have to believe the story.
Right. But again, we talking manifest destiny here. This is what they see as manifest destiny. It's recorded. So everything they getting is manifest destiny. It's yours. They're giving stuff away like Oprah. It's yours. Just go there and claim it. It's all good. And all of these people are immigrants. So I'm saying what happened to us that allowed them to be able to do that? And I'm thinking flood, catastrophe, major catastrophe, because again, we found the Red Cross. They came over to help. We worked together. We built together. Help replenish. You know what I'm saying? So when the flip happened,
didn't you say the National Guard was part of the Red Cross?
Of course.
That's what the 45th Infantry was. They were the National Guard.
Right.
Flipped into soldiers. I was watching
oh my goodness.
I was watching a little video about the 45th Regiment, and the guy, he was sitting in front of one of the Red Cross trucks from the concentration camp. It's like hidden in plain sight type of thing. He's sitting right in front of the Red Cross truck talking about the 45th Infantry and how mighty they were, but they had to go and teach these guys how to shoot, how to march, but they were able to go and conquer something that even Caesar couldn't do.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, who did they teach?
They taught their German brothers.
The 45th Infantry?
Yeah, they taught the 45th Infantry how to shoot and fight and all that.
Who taught the 45th Infantry?
They didn't say. They just said they were trained in Oklahoma.
So
it's probably
the 45th Infantry taught who?
No, whoever they were saying were the teachers taught the 45th Infantry. They didn't teach the 45th Infantry. Didn't teach anybody anything. They went to fight.
So they went to fight where?
They went straight to Sicily and to Italy.
So they knew how to fight.
Basically.
So there was National Guard.
Yeah.
For America.
Yeah.
And they were black.
No, these were German men. These were so-called Indians. They were Mexicans. It was a mixed regiment.
So this is the immigrant regiment.
Yes. So, okay, well, then the colored people taught them how to fight.
And
because there was
there we go. That's where I'm getting at. It had to be okay. So they raised them up, brought them into the fold, raised them up, and went off to war.
Had to be. Because like I told you before, they were colored before they were integrated.
Well,
it was a colored regimen at first.
Well, no, yeah. It looks like a coup from within.
Yes.
It had to be join the military, get it from inside, and but proving it. That's crazy right there that you even talking about that. But that American Red Cross, that's part of how they overthrew.
Yeah.
And who funded the Red Cross? Who's the founder of that?
Pope did.
Who?
The Pope.
That's
his army.
So the Pope founded the Red Cross?
I would say so, yeah, that's his army.
But who founded the Red Cross? Who's the founder of the Red Cross? Who is that?
What's the lady's name? Forgot what the lady's name is.
It's a lady, huh?
Yeah. Amanda knows it. I learned from her.
Got you. That's crazy. But I
can't remember her name.
But she's from over there as well, so.
Yeah, she's German. So it would be a German thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were the ones doing the early extermination process.
Yeah. They came up with the whole science behind it.
Vaccination and sterilization programs, and had all the people wearing the mask. They had all the people. They ran all the asylums. They ran all the concentration camps. They set up all the camps on people's lands. They made slaves out of the Negroes. The American Red Cross made slaves out of the American Negro. And you can look back at who's the president at the time that we was even talking about it here. Was that Harry? Could be Truman, could be a lot of these people. It was after a great flood. There was many great floods that the Red Cross was involved in, but this one, they really got it down on how to make a slave out of it, how to take their property and make slaves out of them. Make them work.
Yeah, I think it was before Truman. Wasn't whoever was before? I think it was FDR before Truman, something like that.
And they talking about they got a new deal.
I still think that dude is. I still think Truman is Heinrich Himmler. I still think that's him. That's the same person.
I think Heinrich Himmler is Harry S. Truman too. You said that. I was just looking at that picture.
They got that same goofy head, bro.
Yeah. They got the same. They both wear glasses too.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at Truman, and I'm like, I usually see him with a straight face, but I see him as a little demon now. I'm looking at him in his
all he did was shave that mustache off.
Yeah, he just shaved his little. That could be Hitler.
Because Heinrich Himmler came up with the whole ideology that Walter Flecker continued with.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. So somebody like sense. You, I got to talk to, because he said he got it from the American. And we talking Walter Flecker and shit. So we talking Heinrich Himmler. And we don't be
Flecker
studying.
Went to Germany first.
Flecker is a German, goddamn.
Yeah, he went to Germany, and that's how he came back with the whole classification of people type thing. And that's the whole blueprint is by facial features. Different, all that type of stuff.
So there's no way that they got that from us when he went over there and with the blueprint. They came up with that whole social security card and numbers and all this shit, put you in the IBM database.
Yeah, yeah. I knew that was him, Kev. I knew that was him. You can tell it from that head, man. And that goofy face, that's the same person.
Himmler
and Truman.
That'd be funny. Are they about the same age?
They died the same year. They about the same age, died the same year. It will make sense that Heinrich would become
president,
Truman as the president after the war. All they did was place.
Can we talk about
the real mastermind of the whole thing? Because Heinrich Himmler was the mastermind.
This is crazy. This is crazy because you actually make sense. You make sense. That's crazy that you think about that, right?
I think Hitler was the front man. I think Himmler was the real person in power.
I think you're right. I think Hitler.
That's even in the 48 Laws of Power.
I think Hitler is the actor. Hitler is the theater of war. Himmler.
Yep.
That's crazy. And we got him here in America. So with Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah. Yep. Hitler was just a puppet because it says in the 48 Laws of Power that the smartest person is never the front person. It's the person behind the person that has stood up to be the smartest person. It goes something like that. And that goes back to Hindu methodologies too. The 48 Laws of Power. That's Asian beliefs. Same people.
Somebody said Hitler died the same year Truman became president.
See? See?
I was looking at these pictures, bro, and I'm saying, if I put this mustache on this fool, he'll look just like a Hitler or anybody.
He had the same haircut.
But he's the guy that enslaved black people.
Yeah.
He did it through the American Red Cross. See, look.
Yep.
The Truman Show is, oh my goodness, it's hard to say because the Truman Show is like a white supremacist fucking dream world. Harry S. Truman Adolf Hitler had the brightest idea for a black frontman for white supremacy. Everything that they advertise to us through black people ends up in their pockets, like money, the jail, rap music, murder in prison, the graveyard, all this shit. Just the basic living is they in control of. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, and they own your property, and they got a bond out on you, and they all this in the 1900s. Walter Plecker, Heimlich Himmler, all this shit, all this with the daws rolls and all this shit. This is very important, G.
Yeah, because I saw somewhere else too where, with like debt peonage and how you with the company store, all that type of stuff, how they would make you work. They were doing the same thing in the Nazi concentration camps. They were making them work.
Yeah. So what if I told you the Red Cross was a Nazi concentration camp, and they had us in the Nazi concentration camp? That's what I put the building up. Remember I said the Red Cross is the Nazi concentration camp. I'm gonna put the picture back up. And I want all Afro-Americans to understand. Yes, they was trying to hide. They trying to hide it. But look. And they got Hitler's gold is Himmler. That's your gold.
Yep.
It's the original American's gold. It's your gold. What was that? What picture was I looking?
He was even making the French pay in gold. You were looking for the Red Cross building.
Oh yeah. Thank you for that. So he was making them pay in gold.
Yep. He was just stockpiling it. And they were talking about, oh, well, Hitler's gold, that's all the gold he done took from like all the different countries that he so-called conquered.
And put it up in over there. But they really robbed us because they stole you. You are a part of the land. It's you just not a mineral. They made you a slave and indebted at the same time. You carry the debt, and it's all their debt that they're accumulating. And the money that they're making off of you, they're not even sharing with you. They're even taxing you more. So it's all like, ass backwards.
I think they strategically were taking names. It was a strategic taking of names.
I think they did it too. Of course.
After they took that census, they strategically set up the people that I wouldn't say like J.P. Morgan, but somebody of his status. He would take a certain name based off of the wealth that the person, like the person he was taken from. They were taking those names like that. And it wasn't just some random, it wasn't like a random, I just find a family and chop the head off and take the head to the county and get with the $5 and get the,
was a specific
right
families.
to the name. Yeah, it was specifically orchestrated to give certain people higher statuses than other people, not just because you came with the head. Right. You didn't just get lucky and come up on no, it wasn't like that. They were giving their so-called royalty the top names.
Right.
And they figured all this out through the census. I think that's what part of what the census was even for, is to figure out who had the most and to strategically give those names to the people that they wanted in power through whoever was the highest in their orders and their brotherhoods.
Did you hear what the brother said earlier who called in about that something up there in Utah? Did you hear what he was talking about?
Today?
Yeah. You missed it?
He was talking, the company, the Massachusetts company thing?
No, he talked about, not that. He brought up something. I would have to go back and replay it. He brought up, the pledge of something. Some Freedman. Something. I'll get to it.
The pledge of the Freeman?
Yeah, something like that. I thought you.
Yeah, he's talking about the pledge of the Freeman.
But look,
I did, but I researched it a little bit. I was just gonna put it to the side till the show was over.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what I want to show the audience is the Nazi concentration camps. Christ is the Red Cross. See, this is big, you guys, because it's true. The Red Cross took over everything you had. They sterilized you. They took over everything, and they became part of the federal government too. I hope they did.
They are the federal government.
They are the federal government, but the Nazis, who you think is the Nazi, they put what they do on a ghost when it's them. All you think of is Adolf Hitler would do this. That was Adolf Hitler. You would never think the Red Cross is who's running the concentration camp. It was called the Krevenkreis. You know it as a concentration camp, but it's the Red Cross. That's what they do to ethnic cleansing.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
All right. That's what they do to ethnic cleansing. That's what they sterilize you. That's what they shoot people. It's military. You try to escape, you try to run away slave, that's where they put people in slavery. At the Red Cross. The Red Cross invented slavery. The Red Cross is them. The Red Cross had them, your ancestors, your great-great-great-grandfathers, working for free to build up the federal government and accumulate the debt. They'd never pay you back. And they stole your land and gave it to the federal government. This was crazy to even think that people don't even talk about this. The Red Cross is the Nazi concentration camp. And this is the double-sided America nobody wants to talk about. Is who really participated, who the people who really went through a real live Holocaust in front of the world, and they negate it. You won't know who you are. You know, if you don't know who you are, how you gonna know what happened to you? It's crazy, G. It's crazy.
So the Red Cross was the company store too.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So, was it? How you know?
I'm just thinking. It's really a question.
Oh my goodness. Could the Red Cross had been the company store? And if you don't pay up, and so that'd make the Red Cross the real IRS. They're the ones who come looking for you if you don't want to work. If you out or made it. Oh my goodness. That's the foreign military.
And you couldn't get out until you paid off your debt. But they would charge you. If you made $1 today, they charge you $3 for the shovel.
For a shovel. And you got to go out there and work.
Got to. Now, without having, because remember the Red Cross, they were going in salvaging supplies, clothes, shoes, and they would just sell it back to you. They gotta be the company store also, because remember they were coming out of those the so-called Germans or the Jews. They were coming out of the concentration camps, and they were giving them shovels, they were giving them supplies, they were giving them food for them to go and make their trip into the cities.
You're right. Buckets too.
So they were the company store also. It's like a one-stop shop.
You remember we watched that video where early in America, the Germans in America Alliance, they were Nazis and American white people. So it was the flag of them and the German. Remember we watched that shit? These Germans was right here with us on this land. And I'm saying, where are the black people? I tell you where they at. They was in a German Nazi POW camp, but they was out here stealing shit and bombing things and blowing shit up. And flooding things, just like God said. Yep.
That's another reason why I think that they were taking those names strategically. Because you got say your land was close to water, they started with the riparian rights thing, and they, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They had control over the water that was connected to the company, and that's how they were able to flood it out.
Especially when you're dealing with the Mississippi, where it's connected by streams that's connected to all through the country. So they played a real crafty game, and they probably was executing people who own things. Remember that movie Life? With Martin Lawrence? And, well, that's a real movie. And that guy was a huge landowner. I think that's Martin Lawrence. Real landowner who was convicted of a crime, falsely convicted of a crime in order to serve life. So I was saying to myself, so they were black landowners and but life is crazy. Life is crazy when you start to think about it. Because when I see the Red Cross, I see TPs, but no, you got to put it together. It's like that movie Inception. No. You got to see it clear. This is the damn TP, the Watchtower. This is where they had our people indentured slavery in America. We already know that there were concentration camps operated by the Red Cross in America. We just ain't put two and two together yet because our history ain't been told to us correctly. And that's our job, said. So, I got a few minutes left in the show. Anything else you want to get off your chest?
No, that's it. I'm going to go back to researching and I'll call in with more heat if I got it.
My man, I see you on Discord, maybe, if I got time. Thank you, champ.
All right, G.
My man. Hey, thanks. Thanks, Sid, man, because he's into this shit like I'm into it. He's about asking the right questions, and we like to bounce things off our minds and let the audience decide. 424-209-9506 if you want to talk about the Germanic Empire that's here. Shout out to this person who hit me up in my Cash App. Shout out to you. Even if it's one or two. Shout out to Harness Energy. Shout out to you. And if you want to send me a link to the YouTube page, send it to on my Discord, my Patreon, or email it to me, and I'll check it out. Shout out to you. Somebody just sent me. I think that was you. And anything else come through, I'll shout y'all out. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I think this is the information that's being hid from us, because we can ask the question, what if? What if it was you that went through a concentration camp? And you say you're a Jew, but how? Prove it. When? When did you go? When did you lose everything? You got to start to ask the right questions mentally. When did you know? It's cool to sit and play. We can play. Don't worry, Coffee and Kush TV morning show. We're gonna talk about Kwame Brown and the rest of this funny stuff.
Unknown caller.
But make sure y'all come to class, though. Make sure y'all come and have these intelligent conversations about this stuff.
Press.
Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air? What up?
Hey, Mr. Gale. No, I was calling in, and we was speaking of just hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the lack of on this conversation. That's the reason why I was telling you that I believe they switched the Bible up, the Old and the New Testament, because I remember when they were saying about the story of Jesus was the story of Horus, and they try to put it like that. I'm trying to tell you that Bible, because I'm reading the so-called Old Testament, and I promise you, man, it's like it's clear to me now. I can't even make this up, man. It's like when you say God said it. When I read Jeremiah, the Book of Kings, it's like it's explaining things like I've never seen before. It's like the words now are clear. It's like you can visualize it now. Because I remember when I was young, going to church and they preach and this and that, the other. I was raised in a church till my father was pastor, but now I just see the Bible clear. That's why man is without excuse, because it's written for you. I just thank you, Mr. Gale.
But what you got to say about the topic? You just said you see the Bible clear. You ain't really saying nothing. Take me for what?
What are you
thanking me for? I don't know what you're thanking me. You just talking.
No, listen to me. Now it goes back to the topic. When I read the book of Jeremiah, if I'm correct, the 16th chapter. 16th chapter tells you about when the military, how they're gonna be put to death. It's like it's explaining it.
Where at?
In the book of Jeremiah.
Where at?
The 16th chapter.
All right, go ahead.
And what I'm saying, it's all in them chapters, though. I'm just speaking of the 16th chapter when it speaks of what's going to happen to the people. And it's like now, everything is like clear. Now it's like you can put the pieces of the puzzle together and can get it.
Sir,
you
cannot put it together, man. It's harder than that. You're not saying anything. You're saying you can put the pieces to the puzzle. It's clear. It's easy. Well, do it.
No, I am doing it. I'm just saying is the picture is just clear now. So what you like? I'm going by what you. I'm listening to the show. Let's speak of the names across in the other countries, the so-called the names they took here and used for themselves. That's what they've been doing. They've been morphing it to us the whole time. They've been taking our cultures and morphing it to these cultures. The whole time.
All right. Well, I'm going to get back to worrying about these Germans in this time period. Thank you, champion. My man. You know. That's why I tell people stay on topic, stay on subject, because it's not easy. You can't see it. You're saying you can see it. You don't even sound like you can see it. You're trying to make it seem like you can see it. You don't have to make it seem like this is the school. This Kev
Unknown caller.
Kev Rowe is showing people what to look for and how to see it. You know, you can deny whatever you want to. I'm no longer arguing with y'all. If you're not on subject, I'm moving on. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up?
Hello, Kev. This is Angelita. How you doing today?
What's going on?
Nothing much. I wanted to call in on subject and finish up with what was going on today and finding out maybe when we maybe got into this situation.
Oh, well, have at it.
Okay, so it looks like after I did my little research, after King George, it looks like the Germans took over. They changed their last name and they switched it over to Windsor. That was like in 1918. And so let's go from 1918.
Why do you say, I like that. Why do you say after the fall of King George?
Well, because once I followed the minority.
Where you put that time frame at? I like this. Where you going with this?
Well, so I kind of got a hang up, and I had like a little research team like you had. So I had my cousin looking up the monarch. So we got stuck at King George, and we was like, okay, so how did it go from King George, the Hanover House, to automatically to the Windsor House? So in looks like 1918, when the Germans, I guess they was having problems with living in the neighborhood, and the public didn't like them, so they changed their name from, it was like Gulf Sale to Windsor. So it looks like in 1918, that's when the kingdom actually took over. But in 1939, because I'm like, when is all these wars and stuff like that getting started? Because I do know about when they took over the towns in Wilmington, North Carolina. But I took a look, and it took me to the year 1939. Now, if you go to Wikipedia, Kev, and go just type in 1939, oh my God, you will be like, how did all of these things take place in the same year? And then also, you'll see every country that signed the agreement to go against the sovereign people of the Americas. I'm sorry, did I
No, I just typed in 1939. I see exactly what you mean.
Do you see the countries on the right-hand side? Every country. By country. I even went to the surnames. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. And do you see in 1939, and then you see where Hitler came up with a plan? It's called Plan Z. It's a 5-year naval plan where they took over the Royal Navy.
That's over here.
That was in January. Yep.
That was here.
5-year plan where they took over the Royal Navy by 1945.
That is there.
So I had to wait till I got all my stuff to call in because I was like, oh my God.
So how did they do it? How did they do it?
Well, that's when they started sending over, because it looks like that's when he came up with the 5-year plan. So it looks like he gave a speech to where he was going to, it looks like, send over someone. But look, I noticed, let me go back really quick. I'm sorry. Let me go back. So I noticed that in January, we sent over one of our admirals over to Germany. And when we went over to Germany, I guess he was supposed to have a talk with them. And I remember you and I think Sid was just talking where maybe someone did a switch out, or maybe someone went over there to do the initial plan. So it looks like in January 23rd, January 23rd, in the Dutch War Scare, is when one of our, it looks like generals or Dutch War Scare, Admiral William Canaris, leaked misinformation. So yeah, he went over to Germany and did something. But when he came back, that's when, if you go down, that's when Hitler.
Everything
wait, I'm sorry.
I wonder if J.P. Morgan. I wonder if the Black Star Line, or the Star Line, or the Lithuanian, or the Titanic is what these people were on to have these conversations about.
I could definitely go over.
Go ahead.
But if you check out on the right hand side, go ahead down, scroll down, and then it'll tell you it'll say the reestablishment and the establishment. So it'll tell you the places they got reestablished and established. So on the right hand side it says establishment and disestablishment categories. So if you click on the establishment, it'll show you from looks like the 1800s, but at the top it got 1934 through 1944, and it'll give a list of all the establishments from 1939. Oh wow!
So Plan Z is a 5-year naval expansion program intended to provide for a huge German fleet capable of crushing the Royal Navy by 1944.
Yep, that was the plan.
Incredible.
And if you click on this, let's see, 1939. When I click on the establishment, wow, it goes from A to, let's see, P of everything. And when you talk about cinema, right, in 1939, if you look at the very top, it tells you the 1939 by topic, animation, which is NI, archaeology, architecture, all of those things came about in that year with British and Italy. Football, TV, radio, science, all of that.
Okay. This is a lot.
Not saying that it was actually established, but when they start, using those things, I mean, even at the rail transport, the radio, music, country jazz, all of that. And it all started, it looks like in 1939.
Who was the president in 1939?
President, I think it was Roosevelt. Let me check and make sure.
Franklin D. Roosevelt. You're absolutely right.
I know I saw his name.
Harry S. Truman. All these people are like the same Nazis that was there.
Yeah.
The president, the Nazis, the SS became, and Nazi higher up became, it looks to me that they became presidents in America. Yes.
Oh, I got an article too from the other day, March 30th. I had an article where they did an article in the Times where they talked about how George, Dad, Prescott Bush, helped Adolf Hitler in America. I was going to send you the article, but I could put it in Discord because I got on there today.
Good.
But they got the actual article, and then they got from President Carter, Obama, the both Bushes, all of them like sitting in office. And then on the next page, they got where Prescott Bush funded Adolf Hitler in America.
Yeah, see, Prescott Bush is the Nazi.
Yeah, they are Nazis.
Yeah, he funded the Nazis.
Yeah, they are Nazis.
The Bush family made their money off of investing in the theft of your property, which is the gold of Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, that's what I've been researching now.
Yes.
I've been researching that now.
Yeah.
I'm on to the last name because it looks like I'm noticing that they're coming out with records. They just came out with records today that was just released on the census record. So they're basically showing the natives how to acquire property by saying, let's say, for example, maybe the head of the household is not there anymore, and maybe you were married to someone or you were a distant relative. Mm-hmm. So I even saved a couple of those videos. I'm like, get the F out of here. They is not showing these people how to acquire this property.
How to claim it.
But, yeah. I mean, I just found like 200 acres of land on my granddad. I found they census records from the 1940s. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. I am like, whoa, I'm wigged out right now.
What you say? You like, this is crazy. This shit true. Oh, man. We got all type of shit. Like, we don't even know what to do. But Shit, God bless you. Anything else you want to say for the show?
Well, no, thank you. I appreciate you a lot. My daughter's cooking dinner, so I'm about to go eat. But I wanted to call in just to show you appreciation and let you know that I've been learning a lot. Yeah, bro.
Good. Well, I'm glad to be back on this information where we can get to this truth. And thank you very much.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm going to show y'all right now Harry S. Truman as a kid, right? And I'm going to show y'all ain't no difference in Nazi uniforms. Be honest. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe said he think this is Himmler. That's cold. That'd be so messed up if American Nazis came over here and became y'all senators and new leadership. They are the white supremacist governors and all of they became like the governors. Like when God said he gonna send a vicious regime after you and Lord, they ain't gonna care for your kids or nothing. Look at this, y'all. This Harry S. Truman. You notice he looked like, what's the name off that, what's him call it? This is a German. He sure wasn't no American at this time. You give his ass a little thing right here, he'll be Adolf Hitler. Also, y'all remember those things we used to watch about those prosthetics? See, these people, these glasses right here, these round glasses, this shit'll make your prosthetics. See, but you don't know. Yeah, see, press 1. This is why people support the row. Press 1. I'm gonna say this last thing. Y'all be thinking that's be these people's face. They used to put on prosthetics. They use these same glasses, right? So what I'm about to do live on the air, just because I just thought about it, is I'm about to zoom in to see if it get a little fuzzy around his nose area. Y'all remember those glasses we used to buy with the little mustache in the nose? Well, guess what? That's real. Remember we used to buy the trick glasses, make your mama think you was somebody else? She like, nigga, you ain't, come on. They really, those are prosthetics. They was using that. So I'm finna zoom in and see. I don't know about Harry S. Truman. See, he Harry down here anyway. But see? Look. This should look weird already. Without even zooming in. Press 1. The whole brim of the glasses that cross over carries the prosthetic. The prosthetic go over the nose and the mouth. And then they fill it in with makeup. Let's zoom in more. See? That's what the fuck I'm talking about. And we're going to watch a show on prosthetics and how they recreate. You don't know who you looking at. Press 1. You don't know what's going on. But that's what my show is about, truth. I'm giving y'all truth that people will drag out. Ain't no need. We got so much information and we going to have so much fun this go around because I'm not stressing. There's nothing to stress about when teaching y'all about y'all history. Ain't nothing to stress about. I ain't tripping no more. Y'all can have it. My troll, you're right. You're right. So you don't know who these is. Press 1. Harry S. Truman looked exactly like the guy from The Truman Show. Press 1. And I don't think that was a coincidence. I think that was like, listen, Harry S. Truman enacted a lot of things that put you under a psychological trauma that they praise him for. You be like, what did Harry S. Truman do? He created the show. Especially if it's Heimlich Himmler, like my man said. You feel me? And blame it on Hitler. Press 1, the comedian over there. Facts. So it's time to get back into what we know. You know, shout out to you, said, for sending me those pictures, man. That's insane. And what we're proving here is that all nations did, in fact, conspire against thee, but it's written. So I don't want nobody to hold no grudges, or because you in awakening. I don't want you to be like, oh man, I'll be mad, man. They got us in the goddamn Truman Show and be waking out. No, this is class. Waking up is a process, you know. You're not gonna wake up right now. You're gonna wake up in spurts. Facts. You're gonna wake up in spurts. And the Truman Show is how they program that matrix. So when Hitler said he got it from them, and Plecker said I got it from them, that system of control is what they talking about. Fuck them and fuck the blame game. You got what I'm saying? The system of controls that got your mind boggled down like a minor adult, you know, a 3-year-old to a 12-year-old, you know, to where you don't want to ask, you afraid to ask the right questions. You know, you don't think, you think it's a fucking, so much trauma on us. We think if we ask a question, it's a bad thing. You know, and remember in class, they used to tell us, there's never a wrong question. I really made use of that shit. You can ask a question. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing funny. So bam. Ask a question. Are y'all really Nazis? Or did the Pope and them blame this on a character? Because after watching The Kingsman, that's who that weird looking priestly dude is. He represents the dark Pope, is it? Because he's the one that got them to hate King George. Remember, if you go back and watch the movie, even though it was boring as shit, the plot is to take King George shit. He was going to use the Germans and the Russians to draw King George into a conflict. And that's fact. And do you know at the beginning of that movie what they have right there? Oh, a concentration camp put up by the Red Cross. Yep. And guess who traveling with the little white people? A black African Moor. Press one. So here, it's like the wall. The buck stops right here. Press one. The buck stops here. We have fun, Coffee and Kush TV morning show. But at 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever time after homeroom, we get up out of there, let them have the YouTube street. That's for losers. Them niggas gonna be outside our classroom. Kwame gonna be walking up these YouTube streets for the rest of his life. Trust me. Trust me. I'm gonna tell you like my father told me. Look at him. He gonna be walking up this YouTube street, drinking and driving. Press one. For the rest of his life. Don't be him. Don't be him. Come to class. Lord have mercy. So I'm asking, what happened to the gold? Well, Hitler got some gold. But if Hitler was a character, who got it? What happened to your gold at Fort Knox? Hitler just got some golds from somewhere. Ooh, that all the Nazis and Bushes and them after conquering this place come up with. Who took it? Oh, that's him. It's like a crypto scheme. Press one. These niggas was involved in a monopoly scheme and needed gold to steal, so they took George's. And since you the moral aspect, you turn the church against the king. The king said, "What's wrong with y'all? Y'all people will sell y'all soul and sell y'all children's heritage to fit in and to be a rapper." I'm so glad that the living will and testament is a real deed. I'm so glad that this was written out so perfectly that you gotta believe in God. You gotta fear the Lord. Forget believing in God. You gonna fear the Lord. That's for sure. Because I'm gonna show you what he did to you. I'm going to show you how prosperous you was before the deconstruction. I'm going to show you what they did. I'm going to show you how they passed amendments in your world. How they passed amendments to take everything from you, just like the Bible said, just like that will and testament that they're going by said. Press 1. That is a real will and testament that they're going by. And you're not honoring what Papa said. So guess what? You're cut off. You ever been cut off from a living will? No, you haven't, because you never had no will. Your daddy didn't leave you one. But your real daddy left you a will. Press 1. Your earthly daddy ain't leave you shit. Press 1. But guess what? Your real daddy left you something. He left you something great. But guess what? You got to do right by yourself, like James Brown say. Left you some real nice piece of change for you. But guess what? You can't get it because you can't get your mind right, Democrat. Clayton Bigsby. Want to be a rapper, want to sell yourself to the world when you got everything. All you got to do to get it is go to Deuteronomy and look at what he said don't do and what to do, what to eat, not to eat. That's a good way to get started. Your mama a crackhead, your daddy a crackhead, he ain't leave you no will, he ain't got nothing. You got something right there, that word right there. See, they thinking something else. They believe in Disneyland too, talking mouses and rats and dogs and birthdays and holidays. I believe in the living word of God. Like, that's a living will. That's as powerful as your great-grandfather's will. He said, just how I want my shit done, and nigga, you ain't get nothing because you talk too much. You ain't get, or he can just say, I'm giving it all to the dog. But your father said, all you got to do is not worship other gods. If my children, which is called by my name, turn from the, never mind, let me stop, because y'all gonna think it's because it's Sunday. You feel me? I'm just saying, that's a will. And guess who a part of it? Then he said at the end, if any man change any word in around here, press 1. It's accursed. Press 1. You know what comes with that. So, you know, all you ones who took our names out the book, because that's where we had our birth records, in the book. There's a lot to pay. A lot, you know, but it feels good knowing that and being able to explain that to an audience who gets it this go around. May have not gotten it last year, but you got it this year, and that's what makes sense. Coffee and Kush TV. It's Sunday. Enjoy yourselves. I'm finna drive my truck. Get on my gamer page. Hey, if you a gamer, go to my Patreon, sign up. I'm finna activate my my gamer YouTube page on there. So if you want to watch the game and participate and come and talk to me while I'm in my truck, feel free to do so. I'll be right there doing what I do. Family, shout out to y'all. Shout out to the few people who got in my Cash App. I thank each and every one of y'all. Mrs. White for King Kev teaching. Thank you for that. You know, because I can't be talking about the media. I didn't want to clown today. And if I was to make y'all laugh, it'd be on this. Tomorrow morning, we'll get up in the morning and clown, then go to class. B from Texas. I'm glad you found that very interesting, my guy. Lord have mercy. Helena, shout out to you, Queen. You enjoying the classroom, I see. And Mr. Fleming for putting in that work on a good Sunday. That's what we got to do, even though I didn't want to. I think this still made for a great conversation. It's going to make you think, and it's going to propel us for the future of Carroll University. Giveaways and much better things is coming, and more interaction, of course. And the Truman Show continues. The ideological subversion of the American Negro continues. Coffee and Kush TV.